Hello everyone. In the previous video, we looked at what a network is and how it is important to businesses. In this video, it is time to introduce the different network devices and their functions. So what are the different devices used in networking? We'll start with a switch. Let us bring back the bank we had discussed in the previous video. On the left side of your screen is a bank which has computers and printers. They're all connected to a network device called a switch. It's been labeled as 1 for your understanding. This kind of a network can be called as a LAN or a local area network. If you're sitting in your office now, your computer is connected to a similar local area network. This is exactly the kind of network that you'll find in a branch network. Now, what does a switch exactly do? Let us take another analogy. Let us consider a tree. It has a huge trunk, several branches, and leaves on each of those branches. Let us take a single branch for our analogy. The leaves on this branch are like computers and printers in the bank. If your account statement has to be printed, the request from one leaf, which is a computer, will travel through the branch and reach the printer, which is another leaf on the same branch. In this case, the branch which carried the print request does the job of a switch. So switch is where all your network devices like computers, printers, scanners in a local area network are connected, and it aids in the communication between these devices. So now we know how the devices in the branch network are connected using a switch. Router. Let us take our building analogy. I'm staying in a building A, door A. In this example, I'm sending a letter to my friend staying in building B, door B. My letter goes to the postal department, who, based on the destination written on the envelope, deliver the letter to my friend in building B. Similarly, if I try to send a letter to my friend who stays in building C, door C, the postal department will look at the destination address on the envelope and route the letter towards the correct destination, which is building C, door C. The router in a network acts like the postal department in our example. It looks at the destination IP address and routes the traffic to the correct destination. In this example, as you can see, I have a network A on my left side of the router and network B and network C. When the network A tries to send a request to network B, it reaches a router. The router will have the information on how to get to network B. And so the destination address is network B. It is going to route that request all the way to network B. Similarly, if the packet goes towards network C, the destination comes in as network C, and the router, based on that destination address, is going to route that information towards network C. Typically, in a branch network, the router connects to the internet or service provider network, which again has a number of network devices, and finally connects to your campus or the data center. Firewall. Firewall is like a parent who inspects all the mails before they give it to their children. If there are pieces of mail they do not want their child to receive, it never gets delivered. Similarly, an organization like a bank will have a firewall which will monitor every request and response that comes and goes out of the bank network. It allows all good traffic and denies all the bad ones. So a firewall is a prerequisite to secure a network, be it a branch, a campus, or a data center. Load balancer. Consider your load balancer in the context of a call center. When you try to call your bank call center, you're mostly dialing a single number. Let's say two of us call the same phone number. We end up talking to two different people. How does that work? There is a distribution of calls that happens within the call center. They look at the agent who are less loaded and route the calls to them. Very similarly, in a data center, an application might be running on multiple servers. This is to cater to the many subscribers that the application might be serving. It is now the responsibility of the load balancer to distribute the request to each of these servers. Let's take a quick recap on what we have discussed so far. We discussed what devices are needed in a branch, campus, and data center. We saw how a switch allows to connect all the end user devices in your organization. We also saw how router allows a branch to communicate with its headquarter campus network or the data center. How a firewall would know between a good and a bad traffic and how it secures the network. And finally, a load balancer helps to distribute the load to enable faster access to your applications. Thanks for watching.